In a small, isolated town named Hollow Creek, a legend surrounded an old abandoned cabin deep in the woods. Locals whispered that anyone who entered would hear the echoes of their darkest fears. Intrigued and daring, a group of friends decided to test the legend one night. They trekked through the dense forest, armed with flashlights and bravado. As they approached the cabin, a heavy fog rolled in, shrouding the trees. The air turned cold, and an unsettling silence enveloped them. Inside, the walls were lined with dusty portraits of long-gone residents, their eyes seeming to follow the group. They dared each other to enter a small, dark room at the back. One by one, they stepped inside, and as the door creaked shut behind the last friend, the air thickened. Suddenly, a voice echoed, barely a whisper. "What do you fear?" The friends froze. But one by one, their worst nightmares materialized. Sarah, who feared losing her family, saw visions of them crying and calling for her. Mark, who dreaded abandonment, found himself alone, surrounded by darkness. Each friend faced their personal horrors, screams filling the cabin. Panicking, they rushed for the door, but it wouldn't budge. The echoes grew louder, tormenting them. In a final attempt, they screamed together, "We're not afraid!" The cabin shook, and for a moment everything went silent. Then, a chilling laughter erupted around them, filling the space with dread. The door swung open, but as they stumbled out, they realized they were not alone anymore. The forest was eerily quiet, and their friends were gone, replaced by their own echoing fears, now haunting the woods. The remaining friends ran back to town, but when they looked back, the cabin was gone, swallowed by the darkness. Years later, on quiet nights, you can still hear their screams echoing through Hollow Creek, warning others to stay away from the cabin that knows your fears.